Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more PYRE Community RITE Night for the first time ever, coming straight to you live on YouTube. As you veterans probably know, we're usually streaming to Twitch, and then, a few days later we'll post the VODs from those streams onto YouTube. But no, we're coming to you live straight to YouTube today. And that means we are in for some more multiplayer PYRE action. Some good old-fashioned multiplayer PYRE. And, well, I'm excited to try things out today on a different platform, of course. I think that technically that does mean it might require a little bit more researching on my end, but I don't know that we have any equivalent way to request characters, talismans, masteries, arenas, songs, titan stars, archetypes, all those sorts of things, but we can find a way to implement those things if we would like. So it might be a little more informal in that way today as we just sort of figure things out on the fly. But anyways, let me know if anyone is interested in getting in on the action. So let me get us set up here with our default stuffs. And I'll hop in. Oh, hold on. Yes, and then the other thing is that, of course, if you are interested in getting more involved in multiplayer PYRE, then you can do so by joining the RITE Club Discord server, which I am going to have to go get the link for because I don't have the commands that I had on Twitch, so I can't just type in a quick word or two to have it all pop up automatically. Let's see, is this it? I think this is it. I think this is the link I'm looking for. Let's see. RITE Club. I think. One moment while I just check that real quick. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Alright, so how's everybody doing? Good to see you all. Of course, well, with it being a different platform, hopefully we can still get a cohort of people here today, although we might miss a few in the transition, but let's see. Lilac, good to see you. Murph, you too. And then I've also detected some Macaws vocabulary, so I suspect that may be one of the people we're seeing here as well. How are you all doing? It's me. The Macaws? The Hoss boss himself? Alright, well, it looks like Macaws is ready to be one of our first two players here. Did we have anyone else who's immediately ready to go, or are other people just hanging out or waiting until a little bit later before they join in? How are we doing? I guess in the meantime, why don't I hop into Discord? And I do see Macaws in Discord already. He's ready to go. What is up, Macaws? How are you?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Okay.
So my internet cut out while you were giving the spiel. What's the deal with the switch to YouTube?
Mostly just trying it out. I streamed to YouTube once before, like years ago, but hadn't done it for quite some time, so I was intrigued, and then from just a convenience standpoint, having, what, like 15 hours worth of Twitch VODs that I have to download, render, and then upload to YouTube every week is pretty time-consuming. So if I could just have that stuff happen automatically or just not need to do that stuff at all by going straight to YouTube, that would save me a lot of time and effort. So If it's kind of no difference from or little to no difference from a user standpoint, a viewer standpoint, then at least on my end, it is a little bit better.
Understood.
Alright, well I think we have Makos in now, but did we have anyone else looking to get in yet?
I think the other two have abandoned us.
They may have. Saw a streamer that streams on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. That's the other thing that I might need to look into. It might be possible, but I don't know, because at one point in time, Twitch didn't like it when people did that, but then I heard apparently maybe they don't feel that way anymore, so I don't know. Maybe. I need to look into it.
Absurd.
Yeah, that's just... What's the deal with that?
What's up with that?
Alright. Well, as I was saying, let us know if anyone else is interested in getting in on the action here. If not, then I can always fill in for the time being, but would always like to give preference to you guys in chat. So let me know if anyone else does want to claim spot numero dos to face off against the Hoss Boss. But seeing
you
them...
could call me.
Yeah, that's the new nickname, apparently. I don't know.
I've been called worse.
Oh, I'm not tabbed in. I was like, oh, the controller isn't doing anything, even though I just plugged it in. Yeah, it might be the chat messages might not really play nice together. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that really at all. So that may be something that requires a little bit more research on my end. Alright, but I've plugged in the controller, at least for now. Let me know if anyone wants to participate, and I'm happy to swap off, but at least for now. We'll get us started here with Makos. Let me just set us up on this end. Makos. This dude. Whoever he is. And then, which Triumvirate are you thinking today, Makos?
Give me those not false Nightwings.
Threw me off for a second there. I was hovering over the correct one, just waiting for you to say true Nightwings, and I was like, wait a second. Hold on. They're hitting me with the double negative.
They do be double.
Okay. Well, I think in that case, why don't we hop in here? As I said, we don't have anything set up at the moment for formalized requests, but we can maybe just take what would have otherwise been considered loose suggestions as requests for this one, and that'll be another thing that I'll look into a bit and see if there are any ways to replicate that system.
Welcome, exiles. You stand upon the ridge of Gaul. Have you the fortitude required to prevail? Only the righteous shall emerge victorious. True Nightwings, stand ready. Fireheart, stand ready. Now let us begin. Manly.
It's a quick throwing manly, and I was just thinking Lilac did request a boget, which, well, with us not having the system to specify what category that falls under, it is unclear to me whether this is a reference to a character, a talisman, a mastery, or something else entirely. And so what I'm going to do to interpret that is I'm going to completely ignore the follow-up message that was intended to clarify. And instead, yes, I'm going to interpret however I would like by going with the... Hold on. 1 second. So instead, what I'm going to do is create a character based on the 7-foot-tall retired basketball player of the nation of Australia, Andrew Bogut. Because that appears to be what you have just referenced. And so he is a big man. And so I'm gonna have no choice here but to go with either, probably, I'm leaning Sap. Probably the closest thing to replicate what he'd go for, but he's not exactly the most mobile of players in his day, so don't think this is a Speedy Volfred type of situation, nor was he really a long-distance shooter kind of guy, so I think we're looking at a pretty simple, straightforward, traditional Sap here in this spot. Given how he is kind of slow, maybe what we'll do is we'll make everyone else slow as well. What the heck? While we're at it.
Sap.
You have already put more thought into this than I have.
Fair enough. Like...
Bertrude.
A Speedy Bertrude, I see. Alright, well now I don't have any additional direction, so that makes things tough. But on my basketball team, I have my center. I think... who's gonna be my point guard? Someone probably smaller and quicker? See, there's that, but then I really do want an imp. So I'm trying to find a way to justify that right now from a basketball perspective, but not really sure what basketball position an imp would count as. So, whatever the heck an imp is. And, yeah, I mean, it's the responsible thing to do.
T-zone. It's a deluge.
Okay. And that also means I have no idea what theoretical position I'm trying to still account for here, so... I guess that means, obviously, what you do is you go for the type of player that every basketball team has. A dog.
Now begin.
Nope.
The orb bathes first in the pyre
Alright,
heart's
well here we go. Colossus is off to a good start here.
good.
Nope, don't do that. It would be very helpful if I had a teammate here right now.
There goes T-zone.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That almost worked.
Barker's on time I'm out.
No, I wanted to do that. That's what I was gonna do.
My.
Nope. Not so fast.
Into the adversary's home.
There's not a lot I can do about that.
The orb has hit the mark.
That's definitely not gonna help, though.
Happened there?
No.
Moves faster than she looks. Now, end the ceremony.
I'm thinking about it.
Poor exile.
Oh, saved by... saved by the talisman. Let's go. I actually did not want to go through that portal.
Simply monstrous.
Oh, no momentum. That's unfortunate. And that's definitely not what I intended to do.
Comical.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oof.
Oof indeed.
None left unscathed.
I'll be honest, I wasn't even looking at where that portal was.
Blessing keeps the
I had no idea where I was gonna end up.
The orb is taken.
No, I want Tizo. GG, well done.
GG.
The true Nightwings prevailed.
All right.
'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side. Thus end this night's
Well
proceedings.
played, Macos. Let's head on back.
Until
GG.
the next rite.
And if there's anyone who would like to get in my place, you're welcome to take this spot from me. If not, then let us know if there's anything you'd like to see for the next match. Otherwise, I will find other random ways to build a completely nonsensical team. This is Truth Spheres. We're trying things out here on the YouTubes. Lilac is saying all curs. That could
Lilac
probably
says a lot of things.
Well, Spheris, if you'd like to get in, you're welcome to take my spot. I don't know if you're just hanging out at the moment or you're looking to play some PYRE yourself. Doing other things, no worries. No worries. Oh, actually, before I forget, let's just... Oop. Alright. Well, in that case, I think at least for the time being, it may just continue to be the two of us, so why don't we get the next one going here?
The true Nightwings shall now face the Pyre Hearts. Welcome.
There's talk of all curs.
Who shall
We may not have a
conduct the
formalized
rites?
system. That's at least the suggestion.
And commit to at least one cur.
That's a start.
Barker.
Alright. Wait. I was not looking at how you set it up. What?
He's the throwing one.
Okay. Going usual masteries? Okay. Cool, cool, cool. What if we get a little spicy here? I'll take your Barker, and I'll raise you 1 Barker. However... Yeah. Yeah. We have all that stuff. Yeah, and then you do this.
Barker.
Okay.
Perhaps 2 defensive curs. I definitely went with that for Barker. A little bit of that from Makos's Dalbert, although he went all the way down on the right side for the built-in prayer beads, and then Talisman was certainly more of the offensive variety.
I'd argue it's defensive. I'm trying to prevent a forest fire here by dousing your pyre.
Huh? Well, we are in a spring. I don't know if forest fires are among our chief concerns.
Well, not with that attitude, they aren't.
Well, I don't know if we want them to be. Let's see, what would we even do if we were to go with another defensive cur? Lilac's like, Makos, there's water everywhere. But magical fire burns the water. This is true. Maybe it's Greek fire. What? Nah. What we could do... If you do that, that would mean you'd want to skip that. You could still go with it. Yeah! I guess you could... It feels strange, 'cause you're just 1 mastery away from getting this ability anyway. So to sacrifice the talisman for that feels like overkill. Oh, tell you what we'll do. And you don't really need defensively oriented masteries.
Dalbert.
Whoa, whoa, Spheris. You take that back.
Rookie.
Alright, so it's gonna be one of those types of matches, huh? Alright. Afraid you'd leave me no choice but to match your Titan Tooth with a Titan Tooth. And here we go.
Begin.
Oh, you also... I didn't realize you took the Vanishing Throws Talisman as well. No! You were supposed to jump! I mean, if you insist. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm diving.
Make their mark
I guess I'm
on the
plunging.
flame. Oh. Oh.
Oh. Well, that was exciting.
There it is. Tis too close to call who shall prevail as yet. Barker throws himself into the flames. A show of strength from the true Nightwings for I.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, Rookie! It's not exactly the timing I was looking for. Oh, and I didn't want that either. Thank you for bouncing off my pyre. Nope, nope, come back in. Oh, oh dear.
The true Nightwings are now favored to prevail.
I don't really want that either. No, I couldn't pass it quickly enough. I needed you to wait another split second.
Barker flung the orb into the flame. Darker banished.
Oh, that is not momentum that I was expecting to get. Oh, and that is not a trade I wanted to make either.
Against the adversary's pyre. Once more like that, and we are finished here. How comical. Oh. Tis taken.
Oh, that's not a good idea. Oh!
Rookie threw it in.
I thought I was in position there. Apparently not.
Now onward thus to greater glory.
Oh, I only have one curve. That's particularly problematic at this moment.
And it is done.
GG.
GG.
The true night
Well
wings
played.
prevail. I thought for certain they would not.
I don't know, there's, in a way,
Done.
there's something a little bit refreshing about playing triple cur when your opponent is also playing triple cur. It feels a little bit more like old-fashioned PYRE, where there aren't as many cheesy gimmicks that people are leaning on. Maybe that's just me being cynical.
The stars align.
I mean, the whole game is kind of cheesy gimmicks. Like at that point, do you even like PYRE?
Well, I think it's like, you know, some of the techniques that we've developed a little bit more recently, like the super quick exploding sapling on the sap, the what's the right terminology for it? The ability to immediately move upon doing the savage salute. Things like that at times, I will admit, frustrate me because they feel really overpowered in a way that doesn't feel very healthy from a game balance standpoint for me. So I get frustrated sometimes when I see that those are things that people lean on very heavily. So in a way, for me, it's refreshing to have a cur versus cur match through and through, where you're not really gonna see anything that's crazy out of the ordinary. It feels more like a fundamental PYRE match, where it's more just a matter of the base mechanics and less who finds the crazy gimmick that they can abuse the most.
Not sure I see it that way. I definitely think Saluting Savage is the knowledge check character. Like, I feel like that's really the gatekeeper to getting into, like, where we're at right now at this level. Like, if you can... Because, like, it's oppressive, but it's not unanswerable. Like, that Savage build is just pure offense. And it's not actually that difficult to shut down. You just kind of have to... I think the other thing that makes Saluting Savage feel that way is because there's nothing in the single-player campaign that prepares you to actually play defense. And I think Saluting Savage is the ultimate test of, do you know how to play defense? If you can let your opponent... If you can decide to let your opponent... Like, just to... Either you pick a character that can contest them to the orb, or you just have to be okay with letting them get it.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you're not going to make the first move.
Right.
Because once you figure that out, like, it's not a free matchup. I don't think anything in PYRE is free. But it's definitely the gatekeeper, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, because for me, in the very early stages of at least, I was not here at the very beginning of the RITE Club, but at least soon after I joined, there were 1 or 2 people who used the Savage Salute before we unlocked that check, that technique that we learned that just makes it so much more powerful. And at that point, it felt like, it was a gimmick, but it wasn't really a real thing you could build an entire team around. It wasn't really strong enough or reliable enough for that to be the case. But certainly now, it has with that new technique that we've figured out, it has become far more powerful. And my strategy, back when I used to play PYRE a lot more in these RITE nights and, in the campaign and all that sort of stuff, I barely play anymore because I'm just an old man. But my strategy was always just, basically what you just described. Race to the orb, get there first, go all offense. So maybe it's just my personal biases of, suddenly someone has this new way that they can undermine my approach. Oh no, that's no good. That frankly will not fly. But maybe it's just me.
I mean, it's a delicate balancing act too. I think ultimately, like, if you're not having fun against something, it's certainly not wrong. I think this is just a very weird instance where the game, I think that the versus mode was not nearly as like fine-tuned as you would expect like a modern fighting game to be. But it's a weird situation where like basically almost everything is viable because everything is there's a way you can make everyone completely busted. And I think there's something really cool about that. I'm also I think what also kind of helps is that it's the maps are so much more impactful to the matchup, and I think that's something that a lot of newbie PYRE players don't realize right away, because it's not the most like in-your-face thing. Because saluting Savage is definitely much more oppressive on some maps than other ones. The smaller you go, the less oppressive I feel like Savage is with that comp.
Because it always takes the same amount of time regardless of how far you're teleporting, whereas the same cannot be said for a more traditional method of movement.
Yeah, so like that's why you see Phaler like pretty much exclusively take Savage on like Fall, and sometimes he'll do like 2 or even 3 sometimes. They're just really good on Fall because you're never gonna beat them to it unless you have your own Savage. In that case, you're just playing the Savage mind game. So yeah, I think that's why I like PYRE, is that just everything is cuckoo's busted. But because everything is broken, no one is broken. It's like if Syndrome made a video game from The Incredibles.
What's up? Murph is back. I wrote her, also checking in. How are you guys doing? I'm just filling in for the moment, so if either of you guys would like to play, just let me know, and I'm happy to swap out. Makas and I have already done a couple matches here.
Murph the Smurf has volunteered as tribute.
All right. Then let's make it happen. But before I get him in, let me unplug the controller, because that can cause problems if I don't get that out of there.
Rotor, you're so real for that. Rare footage of me actually having access to chat while I'm on stream.
Nice. Also, yeah, that's where I thought you were starting to go when you were talking earlier, Makas. I thought you were going to say, oh, there's no way they could have possibly predicted all of these things when they were doing PYRE multiplayer, or at least enabling it.
Yeah, with as much stuff as y'all have had to patch out, there's obviously a lot of oversight. Just looking at it, I would predict that the multiplayer is just kind of a fun afterthought that they threw in there.
Right.
But I don't know. It's kind of a weird microcosm of like the Melee scene, where like Melee is also a super deep competitive game by complete accident. I don't know. Obviously, PYRE hasn't reached the the cult status that Melee has. It probably
I don't
will,
even think you can call Melee. I mean, Melee is like, it is the poster child of its. It is its own genre practically. At least from my perspective. Now I'm no expert, but
Nah, that's pretty true.
Yeah. Also, like, I meant cult as in like it's not like the Evo AAA beast that it kind of once was. But anyway, mechanically, they're kind of in the same boat where I don't think they obviously weren't fine-tuned to be these competitive behemoths, but obviously as we've kind of seen from our little community here, PYRE's got there's some sauce here, and I think it's really neat.
was Melee? I always think of it as multiplayer first, but does the average Melee person do more single player than multiplayer?
Not in the competitive scene, no.
Right.
I think Melee as like a single player experience is actually kind of a terrible game.
Yeah, I
like
kind of
like,
forget that it has single player, so now I've never owned outside of like a Game Boy Advance, never owned a Nintendo console, so I'm no expert, but I rarely think of Melee from a single player context.
My love of Melee is strictly from the very narrow niche self-imposed competitive restrictions that have been placed on it. Like, take that out, Melee's kind of garbage.
Oh, did they have to make a whole bunch of adjustments just so that it became more balanced?
Not so much adjustment, not like mods or anything. I'm talking like just here's how you play the game competitively. 1v1, no items, these curated list of stages.
Okay. And then the one thing that I may know, which may or may not still be true, is Meta Knight was/is busted and got banned. That may or may not be a thing.
In the Brawl.
Oh no, that's the later one, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
not
was
Melee.
the one after. Brawl is its own other can of worms. Brawl's interesting.
Yeah, Brawl's like an example of. I feel like Brawl's more like PYRE, and there's so much more jank and not as smooth of a competitive experience.
See,
But
PYRE's
people still try.
fun though. Brawl.
That's probably true. I think PYRE's more fun than Brawl.
Sounds like Brawl did not necessarily go in the direction that you guys may have liked it to have gone.
I mean, it was fun casually.
It came out when I was in high school, like towards the end of my high school career. So that was when I started to like really try to get into the competitive scene. Ironically enough, I hadn't quite tapped into the Melee scene quite as at that point. So Brawl was kind of like where I cut my teeth on it. And even when Brawl came out, like it was very like polarizing as a competitive thing. Like obviously there's a crowd that really wanted it to take off and really pushed it, but I think everyone kind of knew whether or not they were saying it out loud that it was that there was definitely like the ceiling for Brawl was much lower than what it is for Melee, where we still have people coming out of the woodwork and like redefining the meta.
You can't put RNG chance to trip in your game about moving.
Yeah,
That's a thing?
Yeah, in Brawl you can just trip anytime your character turns around.
What?
yeah.
Not with no interaction from your opponent, just your character
Yeah.
moving.
You trip and you're in a state like where you have to do a get up animation or like roll get up to the left or right.
Does it take a long time to recover?
It depends on your character.
Oh,
I mean, like,
that's
It
brutal.
sucks, basically. Like if they see you trip, you get hit.
That is
Yeah,
brutal.
that gets into the whole Sakurai's vision for the game and like
Oh no.
Melee.
Like, casually, that never matters really, but
Yeah, in a competitive setting, it's like it didn't last very long.
All right.
yeah.
well, why don't we get our next match started up here against... Actually, Murph, do you... Oh, no, you already moved your bumper, so we know for sure you're player 2,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
He's
Yeah,
feeling
forgive me
accusatory.
as well. My audio is scuffed. I'm in my new house, so.
Oh, well, that's
I've heard there's,
exciting.
like, echo and sucky
The
audio from
true
some of my friends,
Nightwings.
Did you say sucky
temporary.
lighting? We're gonna hear
Sucky
your
audio.
sucky lighting. That's true.
Maybe we'll hear the sucky lighting. I don't know.
Well, I guess if it's really loud, then we might. It's not impossible. I guess that's true.
Gilman.
You already know, Brother Brown.
Alright, so we have a worm in the first spot for Macross, and then
I looked away for a second. There's no way.
Jumpy Savage.
perhaps there is a way.
Oh,
Saluting
okay.
Savage.
Nah, we're chilling.
It's not Bottle Void, if that's what you were looking for.
I was looking for webbed feet.
Oh.
This
I do need to get in the lab on testing some web sheet teams. I guess, but-
it's garbage. You should never use it, especially against me.
I don't know. It's like anti-burden.
I'm really good at playing against webbed feet. You should just never play it ever in your
Anti-imp too.
in your whole existence. Who do I
Go.
Go.
want to play in this godforsaken map? This might be my least favorite map in PYRE.
It's definitely one of the most,
I don't
if not the
think so.
most unique.
That's not even a knock on like the map itself. Like I don't think it's a bad map. I hate it. for
Because
me.
of the
My
banishmentness of the lava, or just
Yeah, I
the
have no
placement
issue with
of the stuffs? The
My
obstacles?
issue is the orb goes out of map and bounces there for like 4 seconds.
It
before
does
comes
take a
on map.
long time to come back.
I hate that.
And there's really no other map that does that, is there? At least not anywhere near to the same extent. I don't even know what number 2 would be.
Who does number 2 work for?
Number 3. Pick
Maybe like Imp Stadium, if it's like between the imps and you can't get to it.
Which one?
But Imp or I love Calmer.
Yeah.
But like it's not bouncing on maps. It's just,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
between
that's
the two,
still a
it's
totally
between
different
them.
situation. I think this is pretty unique in that way. It's true. I hadn't really thought of that. And there are some cases where that's not a huge deal. If you have an imp or a harp, you can just fly over and grab it. But if you don't, then yeah, you're kind of just twiddling your thumbs for a few seconds waiting for the orb to come back.
Batrude.
My goal today is to do a little experimenting with non-standard demon teams.
Alright, well here we go for our first matchup of the day between Macross
Now
and
begin.
Murph. Here is Macross charging up the unblockable Crone throw, good for the full 30.
On the flame.
Stowaway for Murph comes up a little bit short. Macross with the worm, not quite enough range on that throw. As Murph recovers.
Quite the close call there, no?
Macross again bringing back some teammates, but Gilman goes down before he can score. Ooh, slight black magic nature to that jump from Murph, and might have been just enough to set up that score. Here's the stowaway again. She has prayer bead, so obviously she can plunge in like that and still make it back, and that was a much sharper curve to the jump that time. That throw is good. Oh, that was quick enough that I was not expecting that to be the full 30, but Macross did get it. More black magic jumps from the stowaway. She is dealing with the dark arts right now.
Now to the flame.
And the trend continues.
The right
She's a witch!
ended. Oh,
Oh, except perhaps Macross has brought her to Salem.
Sir Gilman flung the orb into the flame.
Throws that one in for 14. The trials are now done. The witch has been sentenced, but Murph doesn't need the stowaway to finish the job here. With the demon plunge from Jody, he gets the win.
They do deserve their freedom.
He's
after
taken
all.
her to Salem. What a clip! Holy mackerel!
GG. Well played, you two.
I forgot we're in Right Night. I was about to just run it back off.
Hold on just a second there.
Okay, so Savage Demon ran pretty good there. I don't know. I didn't really see that as that synergistic of a pair.
Well, let us know if there's anything you guys would like to see for the next one. That one was just the players taking whatever they'd like. And we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but well, with us switching platforms to YouTube, we don't really have a formalized request system, at least not that I've tracked down yet. So if you have an idea, just let us know. We can think about it. We can implement it. But if not, then of course, as always, we'll just leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like.
Are there any like popular Savage Demon teams, or did I just kind of like mash together two good characters and it worked?
When you say popular teams, do you mean in multiplayer PYRE specifically?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not
something
that
has a
crazy of a
real idea.
combination.
Yeah, I mean they're both good characters, but I don't know. I can't think of a lot of people that like run a Savage and a Demon together really frequently.
I feel like I've seen Anor use Jody plus the Stowaway a fair bit on the same team at the same time. I don't remember what she's put in the third spot. I'm sure other people as well. Alright, well, not seeing any other requests, so why don't we get the next one started? I was about to say, I wonder if it'll give us map number 2 that we were just talking about. And just before I could verbalize that thought, here we are.
Who shall conduct the rites? Pamatha.
Prayer beads Pamatha in the first spot for Makos. Hey, how's it going? And of course, now that we've switched over from Twitch to YouTube, there's also that question of, it may be that we get some new people, it may be that we get some of the same people as we had before, just with, exactly, with different names that we are not used to seeing. As we were talking about earlier with, was it Makos that we were questioning if it was him or not?
Got like cashew in his name or something. It's like he knows I'm allergic.
Maybe that
Had
was
no idea you were
deliberate.
allergic.
Maybe he knew it was your kryptonite.
Yeah. Pulling out all
Glad I
the
didn't-
stuff.
I'm glad I didn't feed you cashews when you
I don't
came
know.
over IRL that one day.
I'm not deathly allergic to them. They just give me like.
Yeah, but you know, that's still probably, that's a,
Yeah.
Your decision.
still. Don't think you need to be deathly allergic to something for it to still be bad to be allergic to it and be exposed to it. Alright, it's a harp, it's a quick throwing manly. That's what Makos has thus far from Murph. First it was Snadra. Doing well, good to see you, Zombie. How are you? Jody in the second spot for Murph. Exploding Deluge. That's Makas's last choice. And last one for Murph is a Web Landthorn Tizo. So here we go in what is, at least according to Murph, this is the second... Was it Murph or was it Makas who was saying this is the second craziest arena in terms of the orb getting blocked by the environment?
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything better. I don't think this one's really that bad, but yeah.
I still think it's kind of a different situation altogether. It's not completely off the map. It might be kind of sort of blocked, but it's comparatively still much more tame. Murph loses Snadra. But we have a series of banishments and then unbanishments right on top of each other, I think due in large part to Murph's Sacred Bond, and the hard push of the defensive variety there might have been just what Makas needed. Jody goes rushing through the portal with infinite stamina. That helps Murph recover. He goes through the portal, which is very close to Makas's fire. I didn't even realize that, but very good setup for Jody there, allowing her to plunge in for 30. Makas, had a very quick play there to set up a quick throwing sap, and the blink of an eye, that was all he needed, and yet that still wasn't enough. Lightning fast reflexes from Murph. Makas plotting his route. Couldn't find a way through. Snadra somehow didn't go down and was able to make it all the way through there. Quite a resilient play from her. Hamatha. Like, Makas was going for a harp push, but it was a fake harp push, because then he flew afterward. Reverse psychology there, practically. That's more of your standard harp push, just there.
Into the adversary's flank.
Snadra. Blocked. Oh, apparently no shoulder smash. Or at least, if Murph did take it, it didn't activate on that occasion for whatever reason. There it is. Again, with the Sacred Bond, combined with all these banishments, a lot of chaos happening just in front of Makas's Pyre, but he finds a way out. Can't quite make it all the way to Murph's Pyre. And Murph, once again, trying to lean on that portal, bringing him 90% of the way toward Makas's Pyre, and able to finish off the job once again with a Jody plunge. But with no prayer beads, she's gone in this round. That means more room for Makas to capitalize on with a harp plunge. One score could be all that Murph needs here, except that Makas does have a sap, and admittedly I do not recall how much of any rekindling he has, but apparently the answer is none. And so Murph is the winner.
It's such a
GG.
well-conducted victory it was.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
I've definitely heard, I think, a few people say that this is their least favorite map. And I can understand that, because this is another one that is fairly unique.
Until the
RNG
stars
to it, which
align.
none of the other maps have question mark.
Well, I mean, you could say
This is
both
like
magic.
All of Stolium walls. Do those change?
Those do change. That's a little bit. Do the book walls change?
No, but there are alternate book
Yeah.
maps in single player.
That's only in the single player, though? Okay.
Yeah.
Pit? I wrote her?
I guess like the bouncing off the walls feels like RNG. It's
Yeah,
probably
maybe a little
close
bit
enough.
the bouncing there, but definitely the walls for the Fall of Solium. I think the boat magic, because you never quite know how much of that you're going to get if you go over a puddle. Is there anything else? Pit is too narrow? I like the pit. I think that's a fun one. Then you get things like Ridge of Goal, which I think is just the most stock standard arena, which makes sense, what with it being basically the first place you encounter. Springadrome are pretty standard. Carnival with the pucks, the hockey pucks, a little bit of RNG.
You only really have 4 stages that are like truly naked of RNG, I would say.
Yeah, well, it's roughly half and half, maybe.
Yeah, which is about half. There's 9, right?
All right, well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we can leave it up to the players to take whatever they'd like.
Kind of conceptualized the Sacred Bond Nomad working okay with Demon, but it did run pretty good too in reality.
I mean, Sacred Bond is just such a
Sacred Bond's
solid
kinda like,
mastery.
It was too much. I'm using the respawn invincibility like I did at the very end there. It's just so cheesy, and also having the portal to where like I walk through it and auto revive the end, and then he explodes again.
I remember saying Cairn is more standard than Ridge. Obstacles on Ridge change the matchups quite a bit. I mean, it might differ from matchup to matchup, but I still think it's the most straightforward arena. It may still favor some classes over others.
But modded Glade? Because there's like
oh, true. Yeah. Truly empty Glade is maybe
but like
the most.
The same thing Roden was saying is true about Glade though. Like, I think it does favor certain matchups way more because it's so empty.
Mm-hmm. And small.
Yeah.
Spring is certainly, I'd put it way up there. I don't know if I'd necessarily put it number 1, but it's another one that's very straightforward.
Yeah, it's a very safe one.
Blade does have a lot of verticality to it. It's quite wide. So that is a little bit unique.
That's the thing. There's little niches for all of them. There's nothing truly like, this is the neutral stage.
Alright. Well, I'm not seeing any requests here, so why don't we get back in on the action. It's like the anti-pit, the Glade. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see
There's
that.
a lot of space on it.
The true Night Wings.
Oh, well, I guess we're talking about basically every arena in the game, so at some point, no matter what we got here, it was going to be something we were just talking about.
The rites.
I was thinking about trying to go Current Demon, but I don't think I want to do it on this map.
So Banishing Throw Barker in the first spot for Macaws. Yeah, Zombies saying Hot Take Nest of Trieste is a good map, but I know we have at least one person who would disagree with that statement.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call it a. I don't think it's a hot take. I just don't personally like Nest.
Yeah, it's probably one of the. On average, it is probably going to be near the bottom of the list, just because I don't think there are many people who like that map more than others. There are definitely those who don't like it as much.
I think it's Core's favorite.
Oh, is it really?
I don't know if it's his absolute favorite, but it's up there for him.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I don't
I
know.
really do like the concept of the death fields, like being able to kill yourself on them for quicker respawn.
We're on YouTube, unalive
Oh,
yourself.
my bad. The mechanic is cool, but I just hate how the orb bounces out of map so long. It's such a minor quirk, but it actually matters so long. Because your exile gets banished, and the orb goes flying out of map every time because there's no wall.
Alright, so Cur and Imp for Macaws. his final pick, he'll go with a quick-throwing Ignarius.
You have 2 orb throwers, huh? 2 ball knowers.
So Murph will go Web Lanthorn Tizo.
Got messed up a little bit with my build actually. I wanted to go Brazen Manor. I forgot.
Koss with Iggy. Most of the banishing throws, but Murph actually able to get the orb back from that throw. Doesn't quite make it through, but sets up a very dangerous portal. So you know he's looking to go through that as quickly as possible, and sets up a 19 damage demon throw, as that was not a quick throwing demon, so it's a little bit more difficult to maximize the value on that play. Whereas that crone, well, it didn't quite have enough range on it that time. That comes up just short.
Quite an exchange.
Exchange indeed. But after getting that banishment with the Web Lanthorn Imp, Murph back, at least temporarily, at full strength. Now back with Makoss, though. His Kerr. Barker goes down. Murph does still have a portal. It's not as dangerous as it once was, but it's good enough to set up a 30 damage crone throw. Makoss hops in for a 20 damage Kerr plunge. But with no prayer beads, Barker is gone in this round. Iggy. Celestial spikes one of the defenders, then gets banished by the other. Jody from Murph. Goes to Birchfruit, goes through the portal, and does somehow sneak past one of the imps, at least initially. Ooh, but then on the second attempt here... Ooh, this is a clever play from Murph. Does he have enough time to pull it off, though? Tries to set up the portal directly on top of Makoss's pyre, so he gets the automatic score, but it took a little more time to make that happen. And in that time, Makoss got some defenders back, and suddenly, Murph is walking away empty-handed. At least, initially he was, but eventually gets the orb back. The portal was still in place, so he does get what he was looking for. Just had to be a little bit patient. She will have to be here as well, as it is currently just Tizo, and Birchfruit is not a particularly high-hope character, so it'll be a little while till she comes back. She has now made her return. And she has the Crone Salute. Makoss with only defenseless Howlers here. Nothing he can do to stop this game-winning throw.
And what a crushing victory it was.
GG.
GG. I'm getting my
The
butt
RITE
kicked, y'all.
is ended.
Maybe Demon is good.
That's huge if true.
I don't know if it's the Demon or if it's the Super Portal Imp, honestly.
Until the
'Cause
next
I've also been running. I've been running the Super Portal Imp with it every time. So it might just be like that combo is really strong. I don't know if the third exile even matters. That's
Well,
kinda
then
I'm
what
trying
was
to
your
test
third in that match?
Prone, which was good. It did come in handy using the Super Portal and getting some cheap like throws.
Also, not gonna lie, Zombie, I saw I love Fall of Solium, and in my brain those words got shuffled around a little bit, and it was something like fall in love with Solium, which is, you know, that's maybe a
Solium.
different kind of situation.
Yeah, my plan with that team was to build the demon differently, but I forgot to actually do it.
Well, let us know if there's anything you guys would like us to do for the next one. Otherwise, we can just leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. Not immediately seeing anything, though, so why don't we get back into the action? True Nightwings versus Nightwings. Well, but then that would require Murph to change teams. Maybe Murph is just not a Nightwings kind of dude, you know?
Shall confront
I could play
Ooh, hold on. We do have something here coming from my rotor. He says, harps without the salute.
rights.
No.
It's like goes against my religion.
That's you in the corner.
This guy loves fell swoop.
That's the one we want.
I have an idea.
Oh.
Does it have to be 3 harps, or is it just you take any harp?
Yeah, what are we thinking, I wrote? Are we just talking 1 harp without the salute, or are we talking triple harps here? One harp is fine, Iroder says.
Okay.
1 harp is fine.
Slide to the left.
I mean, I have my idea. There are no salutes in play.
Amethyst in the spotlight.
I didn't take salute, right?
No, you did not. I had to think about it for a second as well, but you did not, don't worry. It's like left side harp that doesn't have salute does not compute.
I'm gonna salute like 7 times out of muscle memory, and it's gonna make me very close. What did you take? Okay, so you didn't take the...
I did not take fell swoop. That was kind of my thought I had the moment it was requested.
Wait, did I take?
Wants out of me. You took
Did I take the one that lets you hit B a lot?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, thank God.
Which probably on pit I should have done, but I want it to be different.
I see. Being different is good.
You know, we're just taking a chance. This could be different. This could be all we're waiting for.
It's the meta shattering team.
I'm not good at black magic jumps. Is the problem. I think that's probably the right play. Hold on. Is it the right play? Oh, if she could take this, that'd be sick. Doesn't work though. You do something like that.
Okay.
No fast throw. Cool. Is that real? Webbed feet instead of fast throw? Okay. That is real.
I believe in you.
I mean, I wanted to test demon stuff, but going burn and demon is kind of like not a test anymore. But I guess there's no swap on the burn.
Just follow your heart. It's led you far thus far.
That's true.
There's nothing else you can do.
Alright, I would like to quit losing, if possible. Problem is, you're the best. You never miss sack throws.
Oh, I do be catching every sap throw actually.
He catches every sap throw.
That is when I have an inf, which I was not gonna take.
It's
Now maybe I do.
infuriating. In the best way.
If I want it to be a sap here.
You could just not pick a sap.
really might not, because you picked a set.
You don't have to pick a sap. They're not that good.
Like, I think Imps just gonna be better.
You know what? Maybe you do want a sap after all.
Look, Macaws,
Slight
you have to make up your mind.
I didn't think he was gonna pick something better. See,
Oh,
there's
there
the
it is. Yep.
Now it begins in earnest.
All right. Well, this is our matchup in which both players have a harp, but neither
you
of
got
those harps
Titan
have the
Tooth.
salute.
You.
There is a Titan Tooth, and that is especially difficult to deal with when there is no harp salute.
Oh my god.
The floodgates have been opened for the Titan too.
Some expert sapling placement there, at least for a moment, from Macaws.
Oh, web feet.
Murph ran out of stamina, but still able to make it in there.
It's over.
Down goes Pamitha. Murph's harp gone for the entirety of this round after having plunged without prayer beads.
That's it.
Murph currently defenseless, so time for an uncontested 25 damage sap throw from Macaws. I was gonna say, if Murph found a way to catch that sap throw, then we would have serious questions. I was after what you had said, I was expecting it to happen. I don't know how, but I would have believed it.
None left unscathed.
There's the Titan Tooth proccing again. Gives Murph some time to work with the Infinite Stamina Demon. Not quite enough to go straight in with the Infinite Stamina, but still, on the second attempt, makes it happen. It means one score could be all that Murph needs, although, what with Macaws having a sap, may see some rekindling here. Of course, Murph would like to test that theory. Numbing Gust slows him down. Of course, Numbing Gust suggests that there may not be any rekindling. And so Murph is the winner.
They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly.
This was bad.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back.
Until
Does anyone
the
listen to
next
music on
round.
Spotify? No, I use, what's it called? Napster?
Actually, also don't use Spotify. I use YouTube Music. Shout out to the YouTube stream today.
I get my messenger pigeon to bring me fresh vinyl.
Hmm.
It's kind of hype.
All right, I gotta get a win, y'all. This is a disgrace to the Haas community.
Well, let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one, setup-wise.
This man is single-handedly going to make me lose my sponsorship.
Oh no.
I don't like. I mean, I guess I could have you do the demon testing if I don't want to keep running demons down on you. I just want to see them on the field.
That you played, that you're playing beautifully. It's not a.
Gathering data here.
It's not a. It's not an indicator on you.
Yeah.
I'm a.
Oh, okay. We have a request to head back to the nest.
Bruh.
That is the only thing that I'm seeing here.
I also really hate getting sent money. Like, I did test it. You should definitely also not send me money.
The accusers. Welcome.
Unbelievable.
Who shall conduct the
What I was
rites?
going to do earlier, but actually,
Cause now people are like, wait, why? All you need to know is that it is Macaw's least favorite thing in the world.
a little annoying in the savage, but
You don't have to pick Crone. You know, Crone's like B tier.
I mean, in my head, Crone and Demon should not like work together so well because they kind of like both doing very similar jobs. So like you could get more out of a different exile in the slot.
Messenger Imp.
When I was having that thought, I had the thought for this gimmick build, which probably doesn't really run because every time I try to put the Flame Leech on the Demon, it doesn't work. But I'm always looking for the way that I can put the Flame Leech on the Demon and have it work. It's just like a fast imp, though.
No, he's a boring imp.
Who is?
You're leading.
35 PYRE life. Masters are so good, man.
Joe Dariel.
Alright. That's spooky. I'm not too big to admit it. I fear no man, but...
No, I do want 35 PYRE life from take it. Maybe if I'm Curfang instead, I don't take it. Curfang is what, plus 13 on plunge?
It's plus 8 on plunge. You get 13 from his plus 5 mastery that goes with it.
Curfang sucks.
That is rude of you, actually.
Plus 8 doesn't even like change any break points.
Decide.
No, but if you pair that with whatchamacallit, the salute, you get up to 40 damage. It's the most damage you can do in the video game.
It's true. Do 48, but like 48 like about the same as dealing 40.
Yeah, just 8 points of damage is sometimes not statistically significant. At least not one round of it. You get 2 rounds of 8 bonus damage, and I mean, it's still not the equivalent of a score in most situations, but might mean you don't quite need to score with as big of an exile.
True.
But you'd have to score even more, at least 3 times probably, before it actually means you don't have to score, or you need 1 fewer score overall before you win. There's a quick throw from Macaws, good for 19 damage, so 1 off the maximum. We'll have to see if that proves to be statistically significant later on. You never know. That's the kind of situation where could lead to someone having precisely 1 PYRE life later on in the match. Oh, and this is full-blown Ninja Savage strats from Macaws. This time it is the full 20 from the Stowaway. Down she goes. That throw from Murph lands for 30. The accusers shall prevail at this rate. Here's Murph with Jody, setting up a brazen manor, but she goes into the lava. Murph with Bertrude. Ooh. Actually, I thought that Bertrude went down there, but at least did not in that first exchange. Murph would very much like to go through that portal, but it seems as though Macaws is not especially keen on allowing that to happen. He does eventually find a way through, only to be banished soon thereafter, though. Imp versus Imp. Macaws wins out on that occasion. Now Pamitha, but she's banished. Instead, the Stowaway teleports and throws that one in for 20. Bertrude's throw doesn't quite have enough on it. So Macaws actually able to intercept and then quickly counter, this time for 18, so that's another time when we've seen Macaws have a little bit less than the maximum damage. Only time will tell if that will matter. Murph now. Tizo goes around one of the defenders. Gives it up to Bertrude. Does that have enough range? Oh, slightly off the mark, although the follow-up attempt from Murph's Imp does set him up for 15. That's not as much damage, and that's probably not his preferred character to be losing in this round. Because he did not have prayer beads. Now it's just... Oh, except... That's interesting timing to break out the Feral Curse and Brazen Manor, because there's not much of anything that Macaws can do to stop it. So why not do that when you were already down one character? Quick response from Macaws, throwing this one in for 20. However, one score may very well be all that Murph needs here. Whereas the same cannot be said for Macaws. Murph gets in close with the crone and finishes the job with that throw. GG.
They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
Well played, you two.
The right is done.
So, like, the thing kind of works. It does kind of feel like the demon just stands there a lot of the time, though, in this scene. But, like, the demon's kind of there to just do 60 damage to the enemy
Until
fire
the
and
stars
never do anything
align.
else.
I mean, if that's all you're contributing to a match, that's still pretty decent.
Yeah.
Even if you are
I mean, I
a
guess
liability defensively, if you can score 60 damage, surely you can work the rest of the team around that.
I mean, it's 40 damage, 20 heal, I guess, which is not quite the same, but... Like, the salute into Brazen Manor Flame Leech it's a lot. Prone salute, that is.
Alright, well let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. What would we say is the best map for the sap? What do you guys think?
I know Core thinks it's Pit, and I'd say they're definitely really good on Pit.
Yeah, Sap's pretty good on Pit. Anything with really kind of like narrow quarters, he can kind of bully his way through, but yeah, I would say Pit's probably a contender too.
Yeah, you just cover so much of the total map space with yourself and the sapling. And it's not hard to advance and get a quick throw. Because the map's small enough that you only have to blink a couple times.
I wrote her saying the same thing. Alright, well not seeing any requests at the moment, so unless we get anything here, I think we're probably looking once again at just having the players go with whatever they'd like. Say someone needs to use a cur. Okay.
Already
Alright.
actually, if left to my own devices.
Withdrawn are an enigmatic triumvirate compelled by sinister forces rather than freedom.
How dare they?
The true Nightwings shall take on the accusers. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites? Bertrude.
Speedy Bertrude in the lead spot for Macaws. There is a Titan Tooth Rookie in the lead spot for Murph, so we have at least one cur. Now an Exploding Lendl for Macaws. Followed by a Speedy Jody on Murph's side. Power Casting Snadra is Makos's final selection.
Casting Snadra. Yeah, why not? We'll get a little freaky.
Well,
Then Typhoon Bottle Volfred is the final choice for Murph.
commence.
When Makos nearly snaked his way all the way around with Bertrude. Big power cast from Snadra gets rid of Jody. She retrieves the orb, but gets blocked by Volfred. Second attempt, but into the sapling aura she goes. Now Bertrude, down she goes as well. Ruki runs out of stamina at the wrong time for Murph. Jody knocks back one of the defenders into the next galaxy.
The scribes.
And that gives her enough space to work with here to plunge for 30. Bertrude once again looping around. That time it does work out for Makos, plunging in here for 30. But it does mean that Bertrude is now gone in this round. Big power cast from Snadra. I'm afraid her hubris led to her demise on that occasion. That big aura from Jody, fending off one of the defenders and setting up this 30 damage plunge. Now she's gone in this round. And then Bertrude got knocked backwards, but still had just barely enough range to land that throw. A clever move there from Makos, but Bertrude does still end up going down. Well, everyone is down now on Murph's side. And that's 20 damage plus 10 leech for Makos, so net 30 points of value. Bertrude again. Brings back Lendl. Lendl goes down. In fact, everyone has gone down on Makos' side, and this is probably not who Murph would have preferred to have scored with, as that was likely his lowest damage character. But it is still a free 20 points, but then that gets answered by a quick Crone Salute, so certainly uncontested scoring opportunity for Makos there. Then the quick follow-up. 30 damage Crone Plunge. It would appear as though one score would be all that Makos needs, although I'm fairly certain that we saw Murph take 10 rekindling. So I think there will be a second life bar, not of the maximum size. It means this would not be sufficient for Makos. There is the rekindling, but now one score would do the trick, and will that be it? No, it will not. But everyone down now once again for Murph. Moment Makos has been waiting for. There it is.
The true Night Wings prevail.
GG.
Conducted with aplomb.
Well played, you two.
The ceremony is complete.
I was on the edge of my seat.
Well done.
My knuckles are white.
My curves did nothing,
Until the next right.
which is my typical curve experience, but I really thought maybe. But I just couldn't get to the orb in time. Because on this FPS, they don't have stamina to even run to orb.
Hate that the
Curve
the
is
hertz
most-
that you're playing on
Okay.
has a difference on the character. That's so silly.
Yeah. Like, it wouldn't even matter that much if you still had enough to like make it to orb and jump with Kerr. I think you wouldn't feel it as much, but the fact you hit like half the jump before you get to orb to have enough stamina, it's like so bad.
Alright, well, we do have another request here for the next one. This time, it is to have both players use a sap.
This will have to be my last one. I gotta peace out after this game.
Okay. No worries. Well, that does mean we'd be looking for someone to hop in Mikasa's place after this. Is there anyone who might be interested in doing that? And Murph, are you good to stick around, or do you need to swap out as well? Do we have anyone who would be up for taking Mikasa's place after this one? I mean, I was playing a bit earlier, but I suppose I could hop back in.
The Lids gamer moment.
I don't know if I'd call it that.
We're gonna help you we're gonna make you top 5, Lids.
There was a time when I played a lot more multiplayer Pyre. I was probably much better then than I am now.
I thought I'd be a lot rustier today than I am, I think.
No, you're kind of
Like,
cooking.
Never mind. But I guess I've been like just thinking too much about the game.
You're kind of putting me in the deep fryer, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Thinking too much about the demon, I think.
Demon's good.
I know that, yeah.
Alright, well, why don't we get this one started? As I was saying, we will likely be looking for someone to hop in after this, so let us know if anyone is interested, as we are expecting this to be Mikasa's last match of the day. Well, that was random, that arena, right? We didn't lock that in by mistake, did we?
No, we didn't.
The world has chosen. The scribes have chosen.
It's the will of the scribes, apparently.
Man. Alright.
It is. Okay, that was close. Wait, that was the nutrition stick, was it not?
That was nutrition stick, yeah.
Okay, for a second there, you had me nervous. There was that request for 1 sap per team. Obviously, Mikasa has just done that.
Yeah. Let's go with this little guy.
It's a good little guy.
It's a speedy little guy.
This on this someday.
Teezo.
It's a good imp. Many people are saying this.
They're all good imps, Brent.
You're so real for that?
Ever hear me doubt the imp?
I think it's a crone moment. I think it's a crone mint.
Oh.
It's time for you to a crone.
You're so real for that? I think we do it this way.
Quick throwing, numbing, or not numbing gust, stubborn flame. Thrown there for Mikasa. Curse is just vibing there.
I didn't think this one through. I don't think. It's okay. We can pivot. Yeah, I guess we can pivot, but then I don't take a demon, unfortunately.
You could take that demon.
I think it should have land Thorin on the front then.
You just take the
Kind
demon.
of like fast. This is like a instance for fast throw imp, I guess.
You just
Over
take the
quickness up. I
just
could, but
just take the demon.
I'm taking a sap, but if
You
my
just-
demon is not a jumpy demon, it really does not make a lot of sense anymore.
You can just take the demon anyway. You know,
Nah,
just instantly give me the
feel a little snatty.
right. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for you.
See, you got a sap.
Sir Gilman.
Alright, that's a legendary Gilman in the last spot. For Macaws, it was power casting Snadra for Murph's previous selection, and now Murph's final selection
Volfred.
is, I think, much the same setup that we saw him take last time. That being a little bit of rekindling and the Typhoon Ball. Snadra trying to get some work done with those big casts.
Indeed.
But actually, it's Tizo who does the banishing there. He goes into the lava. So now Macaws has it back with Gilman. Oh, and there's the legendary talisman doing some work for Macaws, enabling that score just then.
No.
There.
Oh, what was that?
The purified.
20 damage, Snadra plunge for Murph.
The true night wings seem to be falling behind.
Gilman. Oh, I did not think that was going to have enough on it, but it does land for 11. And the sap shield isn't quite enough to protect Tizo on that occasion.
Almost pity what transpired there.
Murph trying to lean on that portal. Macaws seemingly in position to block the throw, although now an even more dangerous portal for Murph, who uses that to immediately plunge in, but there is the Stubborn Flame activating, so just 10 damage rather than the usual 20. Oh, and it looked like Macaws was in range there, but Murph came swooping in with his sap of all things to get the banishment. Gilman. Typhoon Bottle active, however, the best counter to Typhoon Bottle / Numbing Gust
Precision.
is actually the Worm. It is the fastest non-sprinting character.
The imp did it.
And there's Stubborn Flame activating again, turning what would have been a 25 damage imp score into just a 15 damage imp score. Goss. Waiting to make his move. Oh, and there it is. Plunges straight in with the Nutrition Stick Manly.
Show.
Lilac, we are looking for someone to hop in for Macaws right after this one.
Tizo flung the orb into the flame.
Sounds like that might be a little too quick for you, if anything.
Perhaps. Well cast.
Look at that
No law
throw.
against throwing in the orb.
Good for 11 there for Macaws, and that does make this awfully close. But remember, both players have saps. I'm pretty sure we saw 10 rekindling
Goes the orb.
for Murph, which we are now getting rather close to confirming.
No more.
Don't recall as to whether Macaws took any, though, and I do think we've seen on at least one prior occasion Macaws had a sap with no rekindling, so that is certainly possible. That could be the case here, but there is the 10 for Murph. It means one score could be all that Murph needs. Is this it?
Accusers
Yes.
and And it is done.
is.
The true Nightwings prevail.
GG.
GG.
The scribes
GG.
themselves surely have taken note.
Well
That was
played,
my
you two.
magnum opus.
The rite is complete.
Pretty good.
Sudakaribaro.
Now that's the magnum
Until
opus
the
right there.
stars align.
Couldn't figure out what to do once my imp stopped just killing your sap for free after the shield ran out every time. I don't know what you started doing different. The aura would appear and kill my imp, but
I remembered I can hold shield and pass at the same time.
yeah, that makes sense. You're not holding the orb.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for hosting, Lids. Thanks for playing, both of yins.
Thanks for stopping by,
Let's do this again
McCullough.
sometime.
See you around.
Good to have
See
you.
ya.
Catch you later. All right. Well, as I was saying, that does mean we're looking for someone else to hop in here in Makas's place. Lilac was saying about 5 minutes ago that in 20 minutes we could get Lilac in here, but I am guessing that means it's a little too soon to make that happen, so let us know if there's anyone else who would like to hop in. I wonder how the script reading went for this game. Well, apparently, originally, they wrote a full-blown language. Like, they translated everything into, is it Saurian? Or is that the...
That sounds right.
And then, so they did that at first, and they might have recorded the whole game like that, or they started to, and then they realized, nah, this is more voice lines than we want. So then they simplified the voice acting and only had all the lines voiced for a few words, maybe a sentence. So at one point in time, it either was much more heavily voiced, or at least it was planned to have a lot more of the lines voiced. Then, of course, there's that classic video of how they recorded the imp sounds for the Isle of Kalamer, in which they just had a whole bunch of people crowd into an elevator and make those high-pitched sounds together. If memory serves me right, I'm pretty sure that's how they did it. Alright, well, as I was saying, we are looking for someone else to hop in here to face off against Murph. And Murph, you said you are good to stick around for a little while longer, is that right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. I think we're potentially waiting on... Oh, hold on. I may have just seen iRotor hop in. iRotor, you're welcome to join us here if you'd like. Or maybe you just hopped into Discord because you felt like it. I don't know.
Bye.
Hello, iRotor. Let's see. I have no idea, zombie. Alright, now if one of you could just confirm, is Murph still player 2? Is iRotor now player 1? Oh.
I am player 2.
Okay. This is now iRotor. And he is not the true Nightwings. He is playing as the Withdrawn. Okay. So let us know if there's anything... Oh, yep. Good catch. I was just noticing that as well.
Yeah.
Let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one, or if we would like to just leave this one up to the players to take whatever they'd want. Obviously, Murph's been going for a little while now. He's perfectly warmed up, but this will be iRotor's first match of the day. Hey, do we know who voiced Tizo? I don't remember. Song request for Path to Glory. That can be arranged. Yeah, surely we know who did Tizo's voice, right? Was it Gen Z? I assume it was.
I want to know who did Tamifus voice. He's got good lines, good delivery.
No, many of them were sort of the standard Supergiant team. There might be a few that they brought in additional people for.
It says Tizo was Courtney Vines. Also voices Aphrodite and Hades.
I was gonna say, I know that the person who did Aphrodite in Hades is named Courtney.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was the same person. It is. Okay, cool. Wait, no, okay, I do remember. She has a Twitch channel, and I think we've rated her once or twice before. So I think I can remember her saying, yeah, I do Aphrodite and Tizo, now that I think about it. Alright, well, I think we're ready for this one. Lilac, you've come just when we filled in an opening. Really? Stowaway voiced by the same person who does Nyx? I don't know that I would have guessed that.
That is some range.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Alright, well, let's get this one here between Iroder and Murph. And Artemis as well. Yeah, that's a lot of range then. Wow, that's impressive.
I can have my spot soon, Lilac. I can only play a couple if
Oh,
I
okay.
still want to go for a walk. Now that it's night and it's cooled down, but it's not so late that I should feel bad when I'm not in bed.
The
It's
withdrawn
like that time.
shall now face the accusers. Welcome.
Alright, so no requests from chat for this
Who shall
one.
conduct
Oh, we
the
had
rites?
the song requests based on the accusers, and now we're getting the accuser arena as well. So this is coming up the strong theme for Murph's team. Surely that means he will take Lendl on this occasion.
Can be convinced.
An exploding Lendl it will be. There's Almer in the first spot for Iroder. Followed by a speedy Vizpaleth.
Roller Drift is good for us, so
Jodariel.
Speedy Jodariel.
I ordered a new controller like last week, and the U.S. Postal Service is holding it, and they're not open because it's holiday.
Delbert.
I don't know why they're holding it.
What is this that they're holding?
A new controller.
Oh.
Watch, there's like upward drift to it.
Oh. You aren't moving it there? That's just drift?
I'm moving it here. I'm trying to trigger the drift. That
Okay.
like big spike was on me. But I don't. It's a minor, but the drift's not really affecting me that much because I'm actually moving it. I feel it. But my new controller I ordered was Amazon, and they passed it off to USPS. And USPS said, "Well, you don't have a mailbox, so we're just gonna hold it here like forever."
Mhm.
So I have to go there and get it. But it's holiday weekend, so I can't meet this guy.
Oh, yeah, and then Logan Cunningham, who just voices absolutely everyone and everything Supergiant.
Tizo.
Alright, there's Webbed Lanthorn Tizo. And here we go. Our first matchup of the day between iRotor and Murph.
Make their mark upon the
And it
flame.
is iRotor getting us started with a 20 damage plunge from Ulmer. And a quick follow-up from his father. Jumping in for 20 there, but he is now gone in this round, but that doesn't matter much to Ulmer. He'll plunge in this time, so we'll just trade off. Taking turns. Now, Murph has it here with Tizo, but he's banished before he can complete the throw. Is Paleth, iRotor, shoulder smashed.
Positively brutal.
Jody plunges in here for Murph for 30. Ooh, and a last second save there from Murph's Tizo. Lendl sacrifices himself, taking out the defender in the process, and that actually
Drawn.
ultimately led to Lendl himself being the one to get the score, somewhat counterintuitively.
Glorious.
Some sacred bonds were involved. Yeah, like I know Greg and Darren probably voices some people as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Gen Z voices someone. You know, especially with the early Supergiant games, a lot of the voice actors are either just Logan Cunningham by himself, or Logan Cunningham plus
The true
many of the other Supergiant people who are probably more well known for their other roles at the company.
magnificent.
It wasn't until Hades and Hades 2 that they really started to expand
On each side,
the voice
there is
acting
justice
team.
true.
Ulmer
Splendid.
jumps in here for 20.
Yes.
Albert almost makes it through there, but Murph gets the stop. Lendl comes back. Wasn't entirely sure what the goal was there with Lendl, but I'm not sure that it matters. Ultimately, it did work out. Did take out basically the entirety of iRotor's defense, and eventually Murph was able to bring back his team, courtesy of the Sacred Bond. It wasn't pretty, but it did work.
Nearly negligible effort. Now go.
Of course, one score could potentially be all that Murph needs here, although it would need to come from Jody. Anyone else, I think, would not have enough. I don't think he has the extra damage on Tizo. But I could be mistaken.
All
Another big shoulder smash from Lendl. It's a pretty effective portal spot here, not to mention that everyone had their portrait there. I'm actually surprised that he didn't get any revives out of that. But now it's iRotor plunging, and suddenly we have ourselves a sudden death match here.
Ceremony.
Oh, except, no, iRotor leached. So that was not the case, and it is iRotor plunging in here for the winning score.
Their adversaries confidently thwarted.
GG.
The rite is ended.
Well played, you two. What's up, Ari? How's it going? Greg also voiced Deluge.
Until the stars align.
Between...
I'll do one more and then Lila can replace me.
Okay. Does that work for you, Lilac?
I do have dinner at the ready as well, so if there's anybody else also wanting to sub in.
Oh, okay. We may be looking for a double switch. Lilac says yes, that works. But is there anyone else who would like to get in the near future? Lilac also has a suggestion for this one. Suggest use all exiles that would be most likely to have a pet rodent. I wonder if this is because Lilac has recently gotten a pet rodent. I feel like this is specific enough that I wonder if there's an IRL inspiration.
Rabbits are not rodents, alright?
Yeah, Ari, if you want to hop in, it sounds like we're about to get an opening here. Actually, 2 openings, one of which Lilac is expected to take. And if you want to take the other one, Ari, you're welcome to do so. Don't recognize that name. Do I? Wait, are rabbits rodents or mammals? Hold on.
That's kind of why I was asking. I was like, I don't know. I would assume.
Rabbits are mammals. Specifically, they belong to their unique order of mammals. While they share some characteristics of rodents, they are biologically distinct in a few key ways. But Lilac is saying that still counts.
Oh, okay. Thinking a rat and guinea pig.
Alright, well, let's hop in here for what we expect to be our last game for iRotor and perhaps for Murph as well. So, certainly our last time seeing these two facing off against each other. Capybaras are also, I believe capybaras are the largest rodents, if I'm not mistaken.
The Tamarfa was not voiced by anyone during any other Supergiant games. Really different voice actor. Okay, now to the request. I have 2, but I need a 3rd.
Cyrus is the person who does Theseus, Ares, and Dionysus. Huh. Yeah. Theseus and Ares have pretty deep voices, and certainly so does Volfred. Dionysus, not as much so, so that takes some range.
Still has pretty deep voice.
Decided yet?
Yeah, I guess it's just his tone is quite different.
Yeah.
The personality of Dionysus and the personality of Volfred are not very similar. Quick throwing demon for iRotor.
But like, I can't think of a rodent you know, just a rat. No, that has like 20 rats.
Yeah, probably only for sacrifice purposes. Also, I still have keyboard control. Can you take that away?
Someone physically grab my control.
I can take that away if you want. Hold on, give me a sec.
It's all but push to talk.
Oh. That's what I mean.
Udmilda. Headwind.
The rekindling headwind there for my rotor. Gonna have to keep mental note of that. As iRotor may not have a sap, we'll have to see, he may, but that's usually what you associate with the rekindling. Obviously, it is still possible to get some even without a sap. And remember, these are characters who the players think would have pet rodents, rabbits. We're bundling in within that group, even if they technically are not rodents.
I cannot imagine Lendl having any pet ever.
I think I agree with you.
I didn't think that. Like, I was sitting here and I was like, maybe a rat or some type of rodent would be the most lentil pet, but I think there is no
I mean, just think about Supergiant. I mean, they've had Logan Cunningham from the beginning. He was the primary voice actor for Bastion. Just think about the jackpot they hit by getting him right off the bat.
That's true.
And how lucky do you have to be to have a voice actor as talented as that, who I think was basically only just getting started up at the time. Like, oh yeah, he's just gonna be our guy. He's basically gonna voice everything for us. That's a pretty fantastic luxury to have.
That's what I was gonna take.
Alright, so here are all the characters that the players think would have pet rodents or bunny rabbits. Anything that stands out as a bit of a surprise there? I don't think so. I think these are... Maybe Ignarius is the one that might be the most surprising, in my personal opinion. Here is Murph, getting us started with a 25 damage throw. And then a 30 damage throw to follow that up. Yeah, right, Ari? He's the antagonist and or narrator in basically every Supergiant game. It's a 20 damage plunge for Murph. That time coming from the stowaway. Here she is, courtesy of the prayer beads, bringing her back in this round. Bertrude leaps over one defender, although Iroder able to recover, and at least for a brief moment there, Murph was defenseless. But the defenders have since come back, but Iroder has gotten the orb back, and plunges in here for 20. There's Iggy. Banishes one. Oh, knocks back the defender, but did go down. Though Iroder does bring him back here. Murph has the orb. Of course, that tends to be what matters most. Now another chance for Iroder. Murph got it back. Can't do anything with it on that occasion. Almor comes up short. Now it's Bertrude for Murph, but she's banished. Stowaway's turn. She'll jump in. That drops Iroder down to 5, but remember what we were saying before. Iroder may not have a sap. He does still have a trick up his sleeve. Because there is rekindling. He took the right light talisman, so he still has 20 pyre life here. Of course, it does mean that now one score may very well be all that Murph needs, and that is not what Iroder wanted to see. But Iroder does still have someone who is not in Howler form, which is a fantastic luxury for him to have. Can he bring back the stowaway quickly enough? No, he can't.
Did he?
So he cannot stop Murph. There it
For that
is.
stowaway to respawn before I salute him. I guess maybe she's still invincible to salute him.
Yeah, when? What was
I
she
think
doing
that's
when you
alright.
saluted?
Okay.
You
I
waited
was
for your
watching
own
a quick
respawn,
shot.
but you didn't wait for my respawn.
Oh, was I looking
Oh.
at my
Yes.
savage? I might have done that.
Well, GG. Well played, you two.
Being doing double swap now?
I think that's what we're looking for here. Just to confirm, I know Lilac is able to get in. Ari, did you say you're able to as well? The same person voices Gilman, Messenger Imp, and Manly. Now that's an interesting cast of characters.
My request is that you run
I
that.
respect that.
Yeah. I can kind of see the Gilman and Manly, because they both sort of have a similar effect on their voice, where they're both trying to sound all serious and regal.
I'm heading out. GG.
All right. Well, GG's Murph. Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you.
Yeah, thanks for
Farewell,
games.
Murph. Pushes you off a cliff.
Whoa, whoa. Uncalled for.
It's a PYRE reference.
I mean, in a way, yes.
What now?
I feel like you need maybe a little more build up to that to make it clear that you are referring to that in a PYRE context. Because it could also mean something outside of
Fair
PYRE,
enough.
far more
Fair
sinister. Alright, well thanks for stopping by, Rotor. I think we can get Ari in here as well, so if you'd like to take a break, then we can, we don't need to hold you hostage.
For now.
You're free, don't worry. But Chi-Chi's there, Rotor. Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you.
That whispering is a little creepy.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what that was, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
Something to
It's
go
like, is this
with.
maniacal laughter, or what's going on right now?
Wait, what whispering?
Whatever you want to call the sound effect that you were just making.
That the voice that voice that Liz was using. Oh, why didn't? Oh, okay, send me another, and it work.
Okay. If you haven't done so recently, it may be worth just seeing if you have any Steam updates.
I just updated it.
Okay, good. Let's see. Let me resend to you.
Okay. See, yeah, the loading screen is on there.
Lilac, did it go through for you?
Yes. Wait.
I didn't work again. Let me see.
Wait. It is loading.
Okay, Lilac's in. It seemed like it may have just taken
Okay.
longer than usual.
I don't know, like it
That's
just suddenly booted me out.
Ooh, okay.
Hmm.
Thanatos and Hedwyn are voiced by the same people, or the same person.
Yep.
That's an interesting combination.
They actually sound very similar.
I never really
Yeah.
thought of that, but now that you mention it, maybe they do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, also Artemis and Vagabond is voiced by the same actress.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Try sending another.
Yeah, let's try this again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Asher Kendrell in Transistor. Right, Transistor actually has a few different characters that are voice acted. Kind of
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Hopefully it'll work this time. Nope.
Fingers. Oh, never mind. Fingers are not crossed. I take it back.
You didn't get a chance to cross them.
Right as I was about to. It's already. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fifth time's the charm? Or fourth, or whatever we're on?
Yeah. Give it one more go and. Guess I'll just have to sit out.
Garen Korb did not voice a character in Transistor.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I get you on a technicality with him singing a song in which he is technically representing a character? I don't know if I can.
No. Nope. It didn't work again.
Oh. I mean,
Messed up.
I could try restarting Steam myself. I did get updates earlier today, so, I mean, I don't know that I'm gonna get anything happening, but I could try.
I don't know.
Let's give it a go. Let me just see.
Yeah, like I see it loading, but then it just quits.
Yeah, maybe my Steam is just being problematic.
Mm.
I still have my fingers crossed.
It doesn't look like I had an update. I mean, it would have had to have come out in like the past couple hours, so it was unlikely, but maybe just for whatever reason, that time I launched PYRE was a bad one. For who knows what reason. So let's try one more time with this new instance of PYRE. Grant Kendrill doesn't have a voice actor. See, never... Right. He, despite being built up as theoretically the big bad guy of the group,
Yeah.
you kind of never really interact with him at all.
No, wait. It didn't work.
No!
I crossed my fingers and everything.
What the heck?
What the heck?
Alright, well, in that case, yeah, I don't know on your end, Ari, if there's any other buttons you can press or knobs you can turn to change your settings that might magically make it start working.
I could like try uninstalling reinstalling the game if that.
Well, nah, that's within reason. I think that's asking too much.
Yeah, I don't know. Checking properties. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's not a great sign. Unfortunately, at this rate, I am not sure what we would do.
Yeah, I think I'm just not able to play.
No! I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, thanks for giving it a shot, Ari. I
Yeah.
appreciate the effort. And hopefully
Of
we can
course.
get you next time.
Yeah. Sorry, Lilac.
It's okay. I will not push you off a cliff this time.
Okay, see, this is what I mean. We can't continue to
Like
threaten
Orlac.
people like that.
Lilac.
Sorry, like
Or
like
in game. How about we just say in game at the end?
But there's no cliffs in game.
Tell that to Orlac.
I mean, you could push people into lava and at Nest of Trieste.
Oh, true.
Alright, well, I suppose that means that, unfortunately, it does not seem as though we are going to be able to get Ari in today, so we may instead be looking for someone else to take that second spot. If
I
there's
mean, yeah,
anyone-
Ashley does like the singing voice for Red.
Yeah, I feel like you have to say that Ashley Barrett does voice Red because, you know, Red kind of canonically doesn't have her voice outside of being able to hum, and that is Ashley Barrett who does the humming.
There's like, oh, I forget her name, but she does like just like the grunts and like the minor speaking role.
Is that a different person who does that? It could be.
Yeah, it's like the same actress as Jadario.
Oh, okay. I feel like I would still, if I had to say there is one person who voices Red, I would probably still call that Ashley Barrett, though, in that case.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the person who does the other sound effects / grunts. Alright, well, I suppose, given how we are looking for someone else here to face off against Lilac, that means... I know we just released iRotor a few minutes ago. If you'd like to get back in, we could get you back in to face off against Lilac, but if you are looking to wind down for the night, then that is perfectly understandable. And we could either get, of course, someone else in, if there is anyone else who has yet to play, who is interested in doing so. Or, I mean, I was playing earlier, but I could hop back in if we don't have anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Christian Wilson who does like the grunts and like the spoken dialogue.
Okay.
And Logan Cunningham also voiced the Transistor.
Oh, right. Oh, I punched the microphone. I'm sorry. Iroda says he can do a couple more. Okay, so in that case, maybe what we'll do is we'll do a quote-unquote normal match
Hello.
between Lilac and Iroder, and then we might go into the Liberation Rite after that, because I don't know that we'd have anyone else to replace Iroder once he is done at this stage. But thanks for popping back in, Iroder.
Yeah, if I stick around because I'm just having fun talking about voice actors.
my one thing is
Yeah.
just that it gets tough when we have a bunch of people talking over each other. So just
Yeah.
to the extent that we can avoid that.
Alright. I'll leave then.
No, I think no. Wait. I think he meant just like
Oh,
If-
like
if
talking
it
over
doesn't
the...
don't get too chaotic. I think.
Don't get too rowdy, you know?
Yeah.
Don't you know?
Alright. Try not to get too rowdy talking about Supergiant's voice actors.
Yeah, I know. I can understand how that might get you fired up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. So we have control over who is player 1 and who is player 2. But player 1 on keyboard and mouse, that would be Lilac. Lilac, you going for the PYRE arts today? Is that right?
Mm.
I mean, that's what you currently have. I don't know if this is just a coincidence or...
That was me because I switched Lilac off the.
Oh, okay. My rotor trying to make it difficult for me when I already had his name typed in for player 1. I have to switch over the sigil as well. Just trying to make everything harder. No, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Which triumvirate would you like to be, Lilac?
Chastity.
Chastity it shall be. Oh, that's also the person who does Sybil. I was wondering.
Yeah.
I will stand by. First of all, this may come as a surprise to some people, given how obviously we spend a bunch of time playing PYRE here. Transistor is my favorite Supergiant game, and I also think that Transistor spoiler alert. That confrontation, maybe I'll use that phrasing to make it a little less spoilery, with Sybil is among my favorite confrontations in all of gaming. I just think the atmosphere is just unbeatable. It is incredible. All right, well, let us know if there's anything we'd like to do for this one. As I was saying, I think this will probably be our penultimate right here, and then we'll go into the Liberation Rite after this, given how I think we may not have anyone who can hop in after Iroder, and he has some time constraints, so no worries.
Oh, so Gremlin and Manly have the same voice actor.
Oh, Murph had the Manly Deluge. Well, I did not remember that. Wait, when did you say this, Murph? I lost track of that. I'm sorry. We got so sidetracked talking about voice actors. Wait, when did you say... What? I see no such message, Murph. Oh, I thought you said I requested, as if you already had requested that. You're like, Lids, how dare you forget my request that I made 20 minutes ago. No, okay, right now he's saying this. Okay, we're good. Now I understand. Manly, Deluge, and an Imp. That is the request.
Chastity shall now face the
In Iroder's
withdrawal.
home arena.
Welcome.
Wait, is it the same
Who shall conduct
request for
the
both
rites?
players?
I assume this is both players.
It's Manly, Tizo, and who?
It is Manly Deluge and M Imp.
Messenger
Oh,
Imp.
that's probably
Ah.
Messenger Imp, right? That's not just any imp. That's definitely Messenger Imp specifically. Okay.
How dare you?
I mean, he didn't write it out.
Let's see.
At first, I thought it was just a typo, and it was just any imp.
I can't pronounce his name. Carla. I can't pronounce. I'll just post like the IMDb in the voice chat.
That's illegal. You can't do that. I won't allow it.
Please.
Oh, you could sneak that one past me, huh? I almost wasn't
Please.
paying close enough attention.
Chastity versus the withdrawn. Welcome.
There will be no Speedy Manleys.
Who shall conduct the rites?
I wrote her, I dare you to choose Speedy Manly.
It's a deluge.
Why, Rotor, you were making me nervous for a second there. You came dangerously close. See, but that time I just knew you were gonna mess with me. That one, I was not nervous at all. Because I was expecting it. I did not expect Rotor, however, to take the Speedy Manly after you said that.
Oh, first said, wait, I meant to say Gilman.
And not Deluge there for Rotor. Obviously, we know who all the exiles are going to be. It's Messenger Imp specifically, as I think we have established now. Not just any old imp. M Imp.
Messenger in
He's not just any old imp.
He's the imp.
Tizo might have something to say about that. Aoub might as well.
Messenger Imp.
Here we
Does
go.
Tizo have a very important job of delivering mail to everyone, though?
I mean, I'm sure he's delivered plenty of mail in his day. For all we know, maybe Tizo was Messenger Imp's predecessor. Maybe Tizo was the one who showed Messenger Imp the ropes.
Perhaps.
Maybe Messenger Imp would be nothing without Tizo.
Prequel game words about Messenger Imp becoming the greatest and all the downside.
I'd watch that.
I'm
I'd
just
play
saying,
that.
you have no proof to the contrary. Now, is the burden of proof on me? Perhaps, but that's not important.
It's like the Paperboy games, but you play as Messenger Imp.
Here is Messenger Imp plunging in for 25 damage for Lilac.
The greatest delivery boy the world's ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Into the adversary's
Or is it
lane.
Tizo?
Banished all of them.
Quick throw from my rotor, good for 25. Does drop Lilac down to 13.
Once more,
Now, of course, both players do have saps, so we may have some rekindling in play here, but admittedly, I was not paying close enough attention to notice if that was the case or not. I was too focused on the talisman selection.
the dying
Well, there it is. Yeah, it's 50 rekindling, so it certainly does exist. Why is the messenger imp even there? Okay, now those are some harsh words. You
Hey.
take those back.
He lets everyone know what happens to everybody after they get liberated.
None of us would be here if it weren't for Messenger Imp.
Yeah.
How would we hear about the rites if not for messenger imp?
good.
I bet Messenger Imp could take on Isak single-handed.
Okay,
Single
well,
ring.
you know, maybe we shouldn't invoke that name. Certainly not here in particular.
There wouldn't even be a revolutionary plan without Messenger Imp.
That's true.
Alright, now at this point, one score is potentially all our rotor needs. We've already seen Lilac's rekindling. Stunning claim. Messenger Imp, the only one able to move, and with that opportunity, it is, fittingly enough, Messenger Imp with the deciding score.
Such a well-conducted victory it was. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Alright, GG. Well played, you two.
Until the next rite.
And I think that means that this next match will end up being our final one of the night, our Liberation Rite. So that means we'll be headed to the Fall of Solium, sermon intro on, and we'll go... I'm realizing, I feel like we rarely have the Withdrawn in for the Liberation Rite as the team who's getting the Never to Return playing for them, for whatever reason.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that up. But anyways, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite, which means no requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style. So if you are both ready, let us begin. And now, Ari, we need to be quiet on the match for this one to maximize the drama.
Stand
Just
Alright.
never to return.
exiles.
Maybe the occasional
The
gasp
summons
is okay.
to the Fall
Uh.
of Solium.
But that's the line.
One of you may walk the path to glory. Let us
Oh,
determine
and also
which of
probably
you is the
not that.
superior. The chastity stand ready. The withdrawn stand ready. Now let us begin.
Alright, so as I was saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. So no requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style, and for Lilac, that means it'll be a speedy Oralek in the first spot. For Rotor, it is a quick-throwing Zaxiana as the lead. Fiesta's Plume Pamitha is Lilac's second choice. Fairbeats Ulmer in the second spot for iRotor. Lilac opts for an exploding Bertrude in the last spot. Whereas for Iroder, it's a speedy Viz Palette. So here we go, our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. Lilac on the left representing the Chastity, and Iroder on the right representing the Withdrawn. Best of luck to you both.
GG.
And there it is.
Have proved their worth.
GG!
As for their adversaries, they did not.
Well played, you
I
two.
do like the melody that plays like on the victory screen, like when only the trap beats play.
Here for the Withdrawn specifically?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, what is this? There's definitely some... I thought there was some theremin in there, but I don't think this is... I don't think that's what this is. I don't know what this is.
I mean, now it only loops the same phrase, but it has like a bit more going on while the characters are being shown.
This has a very interesting vibe to it. Well, that was our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today, and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well. I am going to hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next time.
Thanks for the games.
GG's.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Alright, let me free them from Steam Remote Play. It's a mandolin? At the end there? No, surely not, right? I mean, it's electric, whatever it is. Or... it's either an electric string instrument, or more so, I would have thought some kind of key-based instrument, or a xylophone or xylophone-adjacent instrument. I don't know. I'm no expert. But mandolin definitely would not have been, at least for the instrument I was thinking of. The sound I was thinking of is, I would think, not what it would have been. Like this playing right now on the menu, that certainly could be a mandolin. But not that sort of eerie, echoey type of sound that you get from the Withdrawn theme. But I don't know. I'm no expert. But anyways, as I was saying, that was our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the RITE today and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well. This was, of course, PYRE Community RITE Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer PYRE, then the best way to do so is by joining the RITE Club Discord server, which you can do by... hold on. Let me copy my message from before. You can do that. Oh, what the heck? Huh? Oh, my message is too many characters? How did that happen? I'm just trying to copy the same message I did before, man. It worked then. Why is the message suddenly way longer now? I don't understand. This should work. Hold on. There we go. That should be the link to join the RITE Club Discord server if you are interested in getting more involved in multiplayer PYRE. That's the place to be. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these RITE nights, and my streaming schedule is actually, I think it's going to change a little bit this upcoming week because tomorrow is a US holiday. And so for that reason, I think we'll probably do some streaming tomorrow. It'll probably end up being Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. That is not usually our Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer day, but then that allows us on Friday to check out the new Path of Exile 2 expansion. So I think we'll end up doing that, and then by the time we get to Saturday, we'll be back to our usual Saturday schedule, which would be Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and then obviously Sundays we're doing this, PYRE multiplayer. And if you haven't done so yet already, then of course you can also hit the subscribe button. That way you can stay up to date on everything happening on my side of things. But one moment while I also get you a link for my Discord server. Give me just a second. Because that is not the same thing as the RITE Club. Edit invite link. Let's make it like this. Let's generate the link. Let's copy the link. And then let's paste the link. Lids. Discord. Huzzah. So yeah, usually I would say that you can stop by the YouTube channel to catch the VODs for the streams in case you missed anything, but what with this being a YouTube stream, I don't need to do that. I don't need to separately upload the VODs. You could just go back to look at the stream whenever you want. And that's one of the nice things about doing things this way around. But I suppose you could also hit the follow button on Twitch to stay up to date on things happening there as well. But that's going to be it for me for tonight, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time. And I don't know of any way to raid on YouTube. That may just not be a thing at all. So I think we're just going to wrap things up all together here. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day / afternoon / night.